Celtics blow out the Cavs 108-83, 25-point blowout. It was like over before it even started. They went on a crazy run in the beginning of the first half. And people were asking LeBron James like the level of him being concerned. And he was like, he's not concerned. And honestly, I can see why he's not concerned. I mean, there's just a 1-0 lead. The Celtics do have home court advantage. The Celtics are a good team. And, Pat Riley said it best, a series really doesn't start till the home team loses a game on their home court. I never really used to believe in that until you start watching a lot of these playoffs recently. You start seeing like where teams are really good teams like Toronto Raptors or the Indiana Pacers and, start losing games at home, stuff like that. It just doesn't play well in the series. But like, for example, the Indiana series, that series really picked up a lot of steam because Indiana came in Cleveland and won that game one. It forced Cleveland to play really well. In this case, it's not forcing Cleveland to play really well. One thing I can say, though, is even though LeBron James is not concerned, game two, they have to win their game. He can't go down 0-2. A lot of people are saying, oh, he overcame a 3-1 deficit in the finals. Guys, do we not remember there was a suspension in there? If Draymond Green doesn't get suspended and they go to game five with Draymond Green, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, they get closed out. Let's just call a spade a spade. They would have gotten closed out. The Warriors were without their best defender, And it's funny because people will mention, in 2016 he came back from a 3-1 deficit. What happened last year? 3-1 deficit. Did he come back from that? No. So like you guys just can't blindly use that as an argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say he's been down 3-1 before he's overcome it. Yeah, Warriors have overcome 3-1 before, but they're not going to say, like, it is what it is and we're not worried about nothing. You can't do that. You can't have that kind of mentality at all. So, that being said, game two for the Cavs, in my opinion, is a must-win because game one, you could tell LeBron wasn't in it 100%. And you also could tell that this is what I don't like. This is one thing I don't like as well. He was like filling out a lot of things what the Celtics were doing. He was basically throwing out a blase effort to lull them to sleep and then possibly make a comeback in game one. If that doesn't work, which it didn't, he will just save it all up for game two. And that's what he does in a lot of series. He has these weird games where he plays poorly and it comes back and gives you like a 40-point game, plays 48 minutes and stuff like that. So, game two is a must-win for him because if game one, he comes out with his blase effort, they don't win. Game two, if he comes out with a monstrous effort and he gets, a triple-double, 40 points, 12 assists, whatever, 7 rebounds, and if they lose that game, that indicates that LeBron factor is that psychological whammy, that overwhelming talent that he has is not enough to overcome that Celtics team. And that's curtains. Because you're going down 2-0, that puts a lot of pressure on you to go home in Cleveland and win. And when you have a lot of pressure on you guys to win, especially like game wins, like I could see them winning game 3 in Cleveland being down 2-0, but that game 4, that's when that doubt creeps in. That's when players like J.R. Smith, Kevin Love, they start to get erratic. So we'll see how that goes, but it's not a lot to worry about because he didn't come in ready to play. He had 7 turnovers. He shot 5 for 16. He played into their hands by shooting like a lot of jumpers and stuff like that. And that just wasn't him. Like, you could tell something was off, or too much rest, or he was just basically like, we'll get him, we'll let him have this one, and now I know how they're gonna play me. But here's the thing. This is what I like about this whole filling out thing with LeBron, how he like lulls his opponents to sleep. Let's just say, okay, you see how they're playing you, and you're gonna adjust. What if they make an adjustment to the adjustment? So like, what if they don't come out and play you like that? What if they just play you one-on-one now, and then you have another bad game? So these are certain things that I think that these are the chess pieces that Brad Stevens is gonna start pulling out the rabbits out of the hat on him. Brad Stevens has a trump card against this Cavs team, and we haven't even seen it yet. So, the only thing I can see that will blow this whole thing up is LeBron comes in game 2 and he locks one of those Tatum up or or he locks up Brown, and then it puts fear in the Celtics, and then they lose that game. But game 2, that's the must-win game for the Cavs. Can't go down 2-0. Can't go down 2-0. And people say, like I said before, Pat Riley, a series doesn't start till the home team loses at home. But if they go up 2-0, they're going to have a lot of confidence. And when they have a lot of confidence, it's going to make guys do things that they never thought they could go do before. Terry Rozier only had 8 points, and they won that game. Next game, I don't think he's going to have 8 points. So that's just a fact right there. Like, that's a must-win game, especially for the Celtics, the Cavs. That's a pivotal game to me already, because this game 1, he didn't come out to play. Game 2, they lose. That's the trouble right there. And one other thing is, people were making a big deal that LeBron James could remember sequences in the game. Guys, he did play in the game. A. B. Do you know that there's a shot chart? You can look at a shot chart, and you have it in video games. NBA 2K, you can look at the whole sequence of events. LeBron James looks at the stat sheet. He gets a stat sheet. He looks at the play-by-plays. He looks at the box score, the shot chart. All these I would say 50 or 60% of players in the NBA could tell you a whole sequence of events that they played in. Guys that have been playing in the league for 15 years. These are certain things that they do in their sleep. So if you look at commentators, there's commentators that can tell you after this play, at this 2-minute mark, 3-minute mark. So, like, I know you guys like love LeBron, and you know he's incredible talent. He's amazing. I agree with you on all those accounts. But like, let's not give him more credit than he's already due. Like, that's not something that's so amazing that nobody has ever done it before. Like, guys can do things like that. Or like, there was another thing in the NBA where it was like Stephen Curry hit like 90 threes or something like that, or 90 out of 100 threes, and he hit like 70 in a row or 80 in a row. It was like, dude, these guys are professionals. Like Jason Curry, when he was on the Rockets, he hit 77 threes in a row. This is what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not nothing new. This is not something to be like, oh my God, like this just adds to the Lakers. Like, come on. I would say 60% of players can do that. And if you look at guys about shooters, even though Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, in my opinion, you know, guys can hit 30 to 40 shots in a row before. Like, these are certain things that guys can do because they are professionals. So let's not marvel too much. But with the Cavs, like I said before, game 2 is a must-win. You know, they're 0 for 12 for the 3, 4 for 20-something for 3 for the entire game. They're going to hit more threes. I'm curious to see what the game plan is next game for Brad Stevens. Is it play LeBron straight up, let him go off, shut everybody else down? Or is it, you know, let everybody else go off and try to shut LeBron down? So I'm curious. I would think I would go with the first. Let LeBron try to go off, send some double teams here and there, and then try to just shut everybody else down, run them off the three-point line. And I feel like you take away the Cavs' secret weapon, the secret sauce, which is drive and kick. They can't win games. So I'm just interested to see, because LeBron's gonna adjust, but then Brad Stevens is gonna. So it's adjustment to the adjustment. So then another adjustment comes. So this is gonna be a nice chess match. I really enjoyed this going forward, and I hope this is a long series. I have the Cavs in, I think, 5 or 6. So hopefully it gets there, or let's see 7. I want to see 7.